SpaceX just lit all 33 Raptor engines of Booster 19 at full power. A full duration static fire. More than 15 seconds of pure controlled chaos. And honestly, it sounded like the future. Because this was not just another engine test, this was the first roar before Starship Flight 12. And according to the latest reports, SpaceX is now targeting May 15th for launch. This could become the beginning of the real Starship era. Before we talk about Flight 12 itself, let's quickly look back at the incredible journey of the first 11 Starship test flights. Because the progress has been absolutely insane. Flight 1 in April 2023 was basically the "let's see if this thing even leaves the pad" test. The vehicle lifted off successfully, but shortly after launch, multiple engines failed. The rocket lost control, stage separation never happened, and SpaceX activated the flight termination system. Still, the launch changed everything, because Starship actually flew, and the world saw the most powerful rocket ever built leave the launch pad. Flight 2 introduced hot staging for the first time, and this was a huge success. Starship separated from the booster successfully, but then both stages were eventually lost. Still, SpaceX proved that hot staging worked, and that was critical. Flight 3 was another massive leap. For the first time, Starship reached near orbital velocity. The ship survived much longer in space, fuel transfer tests were attempted, but re-entry problems destroyed the vehicle before splashdown. Still, huge progress. Flight 4 was historic. For the first time ever, the booster survived re-entry, and Starship survived atmospheric re-entry long enough for a controlled splashdown in the Indian Ocean. At that moment, many people realized this program is actually working. Flight 5 may have been the most legendary one so far, because for the first time in history, SpaceX caught the Super Heavy booster using the chopsticks. That image immediately became spaceflight history. Absolutely unbelievable. Flight 6 focused more on refining the profile. Again, successful launch, successful hot staging, controlled booster descent, and controlled ship re-entry. The system became more stable, more reliable, and much closer to operational. Flights 7, 8 and 9 introduced upgraded Block 2 hardware, and this is where things became more complicated again. Some flights experienced engine anomalies, heat shield damage, communication issues, fuel leaks, and loss of control during re-entry. But this is exactly how SpaceX develops rockets. Rapid iteration. Test, fail, fix, fly again. Flight 10 and Flight 11 became extremely important learning flights, especially for re-entry dynamics and thermal protection. Flight 11 successfully completed almost all primary objectives, including another controlled re-entry and splashdown in the Indian Ocean. And now we are entering the next era, Starship version 3. So what exactly is changing with Flight 12? A lot. The mission is expected to use Booster 19 and Ship 39, and both are believed to be the first Block 3 vehicles, meaning new structural design, upgraded Raptor 3 engines, improved efficiency, more payload capacity, and eventually full orbital capability. This version is designed for the future. Moon missions, Mars missions, orbital refueling, and rapid reusability. And yesterday's static fire was a huge milestone, because Booster 19 successfully fired all 33 Raptor 3 engines simultaneously at full power. This is an absolute insane amount of thrust, and one of the clearest signs yet that Flight 12 is getting very close. Interestingly, current reports suggest that Booster 19 will not attempt a tower catch. Instead, the booster will likely perform a controlled splashdown. That probably means SpaceX wants to reduce risk for the first V3 flight. The main focus appears to be get the new system flying safely first. And honestly, that makes sense. The ship itself is expected to follow a suborbital trajectory, similar to previous missions. It would then re-enter over the Indian Ocean and attempt another controlled splashdown. But SpaceX will probably test new re-entry profiles, new guidance algorithms, new heat shield behaviors and performance of the upgraded Raptor engines. But here is where things get really crazy, because Elon Musk has already started talking about Starship version 4. Yes, version 4, even before version 3 has flown. And according to early information, version 4 could become an absolute monster. The super heavy booster would still use 33 engines, but the ship itself could increase from 6 engines to 9 engines. That means a total of 42 Raptor engines. And yes, 42, the famous number from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Classic Elon humor. Version 4 is also expected to become larger, more powerful, capable of carrying significantly more payload, and optimized for massive cargo missions to orbit, the Moon and eventually Mars. And this shows something incredibly important. SpaceX is no longer thinking in prototypes. They are already thinking in generations. Generation after generation after generation, like the aviation industry. And here is why Flight 12 matters so much. This is no longer just a prototype rocket program. Starship is becoming an actual transportation system. The long-term goal is rapid reuse, airline-like operations, orbital refueling, moon landings, and eventually a city on Mars. And version 3 is supposed to bring SpaceX much closer to that reality. Before launch, we will probably still see additional engine checks, maybe another spin prime, possibly a wet dress rehearsal, and final stacking operations at Starbase. But according to the latest information, everything is moving toward a launch attempt around May 15. And by the way, if you are looking for a keynote speaker about SpaceX, Elon Musk innovation, AI, the future of humanity, or making life multi-planetary, feel free to contact me. I regularly speak at universities, conferences, and business events across Switzerland. And honestly, it still feels surreal to say this. We are watching the development of the most powerful rocket in human history in real time. Every single flight changes spaceflight forever. And Flight 12 could become one of the most important Starship missions yet. So what do you think? Will Flight 12 succeed? Will Starship version 3 work on its first attempt? And how long will it take until humans finally land on Mars? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and join me again here on Alex SpaceX Talks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.